to displace one set of values with another is to activate another set of values. So if you concentrate on activating a set of values within you, especially when it comes towards money, and making money not an end in itself. You know, in other words, the man with the most money wins. If you do that, then it'll have its old value system of greed and power and absolute power and, you know, and all of those things that we're born with, you know. Rich people are evil and money's dirty and filthy lucre. All of that sort of stuff, all those limiting things. So here's what I want you to do with money. Treat it as much as you possibly can as a scorecard. It's just now a measurement system like a ruler. And so when you look at a ruler, you don't blame a centimetre for being a centimetre. You don't actually say, geez, all centimetres are greedy and ugly and you know, the love of centimetres won't get you to heaven and all of that nonsense. You don't do that, do you? Well, some might. But you don't do that to poor old millimetre, you know, the long-lost cousin of centimetre. And then you feel sorry for millimetre because they're so, like, you know. You don't do that. Just like you don't go to a, you know, in the old measurement we used to call them a piece of timber a 4x2. But you don't go to the 4x2 and blame it for being a 4x2 and not a 3x3 or a 4x4. So what is it now, 100 by 90 by 45, is it? 100 by 50? 4x2 sounds better, doesn't it? Some of the metric things didn't work out.
The imperial version still has the brashness about it.
But the point is that a 4x2 is just a measurement. And then you bring your ruler to it and say, well, do I want millimetres, centimetres, metres, and et cetera, et cetera. Okay?
It loses its emotional value then.
Well, now that's what you've got to do to them. That's exactly what you've got to do to money. So now, money is only a measurement of how well you are doing with your lucrative interest group and your lucrative customer parade. Now, money is used emotionally when you're actually in the employment sphere. And money will always keep you thinking in dollars per hour. And I can promise you that success is an emergent. It is not cause and effect. It is an emergent. Therefore, you cannot take dollars per hour into the enterprise world. If you take dollars per hour, if you take the emotion, the psychology, you know, the thinking, if you take that into enterprise, you will not evolve, because that will keep you firmly, rock solid, set in concrete, mindset in the psychoactivity of the blue system. So in the orange system, dollars per hour does not work. You don't know when you're going to get paid because you are not paid by the hourly rate. That's a blue rule in a blue system. You are paid according to the value you bring to people. If you are not getting paid, that's just a measurement of how you are not producing value. So what should you do? Don't complain about all the hours you're putting in and not getting paid for it, because that will just snap you back to the blue system as quick as a flash. Your job is to concentrate, how do I actually give more value? How do I refine the interest group? How do I refine the lucrative custom trade? How do I refine my understanding of value? How is value exchanged? Blah, blah, blah. Now, once you can free yourself of the dollar per hour, now you can leverage yourself infinitely. But if you can't do that psychologically and emotionally, you can't, it's too psychoactive.